A little bit, babe. Hey, guys. How are you doing? I am just a little bit late. Had some technical difficulties with the computer. What's up, Dread? Um, yeah, man. I know we all get busy in our life, bro. It happens, man. It's just, how things work out sometimes. Let me get a live here on this other one. There we go. All right. That way I get live updates, because, I don't know if you guys know this or not. They haven't done a StreamYard, but when you do StreamYard, you get delayed responses. Hi, Awatha, man. I haven't seen you in a hot minute, bro. How you been? Let me post this too. Guys, don't forget, if you're mods, you are more than welcome to put your channel in here. There we go. Yeah. Dude, awesome sauce in a bottle, guys. Hell yeah. All right. Well, guys, it's been a couple interesting 24 hours. For those of you who didn't notice, Bitcoin went up like crazy. I know that not everybody does stocks, but I do. And that was, I don't know what, I haven't looked into it. I've been too busy, but Musk did something that made it jump up to 10 cents. And it's been basically sitting at 6 cents for 2 years. And it reached a height of 60. It's a pretty big deal because the guys that have millions or billions of dollars in Dogecoin probably made millions or billions of dollars. So we just made a lot of rich people more rich. But I don't want to bury the lead. So we'll get to it in just a second. Of course, let's go ahead and get the other stuff out of the way because, YouTube is a wonderful place. And we're going to be talking about a lot of sensitive issues tonight because I could not avoid this story. I had to tell you guys this story. Also, I have a surprise for you. There is something very, very cool about Donald Trump trial. The indictment, I'm using this is air quotes. I have a cool story that probably none of you have heard because I just found out about it about an hour ago. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. I wouldn't call it breaking news. I mean, I think everybody kind of expected it anyways, but it's pretty cool news. Anyways, YouTube, this is all fake. It's all not real. Everything that I'm going to say is a lie. It's in Minecraft. Please don't worry yourself. It's a bad dream. Here's your glass of very, very warm milk. I'm patting your butt and I'm cupping your balls. Everything's okay. Go back to sleep. Now, let's get everybody back in here. Good to go at Salty Cracker, but we'll be back and forth. You're all good, man. You do what you gotta do, man. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Louise. Welcome from Phil's. I don't trust Bitcoin or other crypto after FTX. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I mean, it's all a scam. I mean, look, if you can make some money in it, make some money in it. If not, don't. I'm looking at gold and silver and oil right now, though, because we're gonna have some kind of currency if the American dollar does bottom out. Hello, LA. Welcome as always. She says hello to everybody. Hello. Okay, here we go. Everybody being nice and polite in the chat. I'm so happy. Okay, let me check. Make sure everybody's modded that I like modded. Yep, everybody's a good mod. All right, so our first story. This is this kind of, I mean, I don't want to say it surprised me, but I did get a little giggle out of it because you always think someone's not going to go too far, but I mean, why not, right? So bear with me because it's a little cringe.
You're doing the best you can. Try to get out there, fix your life, find someone who loves you, accomplish what you want to accomplish. To this weird, feel kind of guilty about what you've done, and you're by the nature.
Is it? Let me see here. I've got to. I think it went too far. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so there was the Gillette. This is about Dylan Mulvaney. I'm trying to find where it was. Hang on. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, look at that lovely picture. All right, so here we go.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month.
Just, I want to pause that. I apologize for pausing it, but she doesn't even know what March Madness is. Excuse me. He doesn't even know what March Madness is. That is not a woman. Okay. I think she's trying to go for the Liz Taylor thing. That is a dude. He still has his penis, and he released a couple days ago saying that he hasn't been kissed by a guy yet. I can't imagine why.
But it turns out it has something to do with sports, and I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay. Love ya. Okay. Break a leg.
All right, so let's put a
Yeah. Okay. So, now I don't know if it's official, but he did say that she is the spokesperson for Bud Light. So for all of you out there that are drinking Bud Light right now, there's a dude with a penis that dresses like a chick that got put in the White House for being so brave, for being a chick, and he's the spokesperson for Bud Light. Wow. You know, the prime minister of something, it was maybe it was some European country. I watched the video the other day. He could not identify what a woman is. This was like 3 or 4 days ago. Well, you know what, man? Don't feel bad, because I don't think people can identify what a man is either anymore. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. Who drinks tranny on candy? I mean, dude, I don't know. Dude, Donut, welcome. How are you, sweetie? Good to have you. Khloe Kardashian looks better than that dude. Oh, that's low blow, bro. But yeah. Donut. I saw he got a lot of endorsement. Yeah, dude, he's filthy rich. Now, okay, there's the theory that this is all for money, but he's had like hundreds of thousands of dollars of surgery on his face. If you look at his face from when he was just doing YouTube videos back when he had like 50,000 followers, his whole face has been shaved down, bone structure and everything. So he's had a lot of work done. Joseph Dredd. The creepy video is Dylan dressed up like a 6-year-old girl. Ooh, please tell me he didn't do that. That's gross. Nike Women's Sportswear, I think, is one that is stupid. Yeah, that's that. Didn't they have like what magazine was it? Was it Sports Illustrated that put a tranny on in the women's swimsuit issue? I think that was Sports Illustrated, and that has been like a thing. And didn't Playboy put like a dude that wasn't having any sex changes whatsoever? He wasn't like doing any cosmetic surgery, nothing. It was just a guy that liked to wear a dress. Didn't they put a dude in Playboy? You know, I know they did the basketball player Rodman, right? They did Dennis Rodman, like full-blown cock and everything back in the day, but which was weird. I always thought that was kind of weird. Why would you put a dude that's naked in a men's naked woman magazine? I don't know. Hey, I'm a firm believer that everything went to shit whenever Wolverine was getting the ship in of my Mystique in the first X-Men. So, I mean, you know, that was like, what, 1999, 2000, whatever. What's up? Hand pink waving. Yes. Very cool. Hello, Luis. But I mean, as far as this whole bullshit is, okay, like, I don't understand a lot about this whole trans thing. I don't understand a lot about the concept that we have, or the lack of understanding that a man cannot become a woman cannot become a man. I'm never going to understand that. Okay. People that have fetishes and like dudes with dicks, you know, because they literally had magazines back in the day when I was a little kid, and it said chicks with dicks on them behind the 7-Eleven counter. Okay. It's always been a fetish. Thailand is known. I mean, dude, we literally had the pat rule in Thailand. Okay. When we went to Thailand, you had to reach down and grab the dudes by the junk to make sure that they had a pussy or they had a dick. Okay, so it's not like this is something new. What I'm saying is they were labeled as trannies or whatever they were, lady boys. I think that's what they're called, lady boys, yeah. So, like, whatever this is not that. That is a sexual thing, specifically for a sexual purpose. So when we have this whole thing about, what is it, drag queen story hour, or we have the, I don't want to do that. So take that off. Why does it have that on there? I said take it off the stream. There we go. When we have drag queen story hour, or we have the library events that are being protected by Antifa in full body armor with weapons, we're not talking about a fetish, okay? We're talking about changing the way that we see reality as it is. And I don't agree with that. I just don't. I don't think that men in G-strings should be dancing in front of children. I don't think children should have sex education in schools. I never have. You could make an argument when you're senior year in high school. I think everybody should have some kind of education on the proper way to do, have safe sex, whatever, or, even educate people on what actual real abortion is, not this bullshit. It's a magical thing, produced by unicorns and sprinkles. But Criminals Denied Bible Story Hour by, yeah, exactly. No, I remember that. Yeah. They attacked him. They actually attacked him for something. I can't remember what it was, but they actually attacked him for something. I'm not sure why, but they attacked him for some kind of issue with him and his Christianity or something. And they banned him from some place. I'd have to do research on it. But, I didn't want to drag too long. I got to do a short podcast tonight, early day tomorrow. But I disagree with anything to do with putting these deranged, mental disorder, whatever you want to call it, gender dysphoria, fucked up in the head. Look at what just happened in Mississippi, right? No, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. That whole thing. And then we just let them post on the internet that they're going to go out and hurt people on the weekend. No one did anything to them. No one said, no, don't hurt anybody. No, it wasn't like that. We let these people get away with everything, and just like they were talking about the other day on the news on, I believe it was Tucker Carlson. But at what point are we going to say, you know what, if you want to have sex with a child that's underage, as long as it's your fetish and as long as it's what you identify as, it's perfectly fine. I mean, how far away are we from that? How far away are we from this, Cash App founder was stabbed to death. Let me check that out. What is that? Yeah, they send me good shit. Let's see this. Here, let's share the screen. Oh, StreamYard. There we go. Hang on. It's playing, so we got to go over there and stop it. Share screen. All right. Bob Lee Kennedy. Where is this? Pause. All right. Did you give us a preamp? Did you mean for it to sound like that? That is not fine. What do you mean? Sound like what? Be more specific. I don't think that anyone that has anything to do with children, period, that is anything to do with them to do anything with them is bad. I'm incredibly protective of children, Donut. Like, there is a level of innocence that we have to protect. Okay, there's a level of innocence that we have to maintain for children, and giving them sex education about becoming transsexual is like, it's fine to have that fetish. I do not think you meant it, but it's no. I'm not saying that it's fine to have it. Anybody that wants any kind of fetish, that's their life. As long as they're not hurting anybody, I don't care. Okay. But what I'm saying is how long until it is, Donut? That's my question. How long until we hear it on CNN? Oh, guess what, guys? You can go out and have sex with children now. It's like, how far are we from that? If we're letting them literally, we can't say the GROO word. So shrooming, if we're letting them shroom them in schools, shroom them in libraries, how long until it's perfectly legal and fine? How long until we have no moral compass anymore, Donut? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like, it almost feels to me right now like we're being pushed towards this edge, right? And we're going to get to this edge and we're not going to be able to go any further. We're not going to have a choice. We're going to have to fight back. And to protect our kids, I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. Dude, what's up, Nate? It's fine to have a fetish. I do not think you meant by that. Good. All right. We are on the same page. Good. What's up, Nate? Nate is one of my guys from a men's meeting that I attend to, guys. He's a good bloke. Please welcome him. He's a good guy. Nate, I apologize profusely. You're going to hear profanity on here because this is my show and this is what we do. Thank you for joining, man. I really do appreciate it. This is first time here, guys. Give him a good welcome. You never know if it will stay a fetish and if all of a sudden they'll take it too far. We're talking about Dylan Mulvaney, Nate. So Budweiser made her the spokesperson. The next story is up on the screen. We're going to watch a video here in just a second. It is scary how those people get close to children. It is very scary how they get close to children. Nate, hello to Donut. Hello, Nate. Good. All right, everybody, welcome. He's really cool. He's good people. I like him. All right, so let's see what this story. This is from Dredd. So if it's bad, it's Dredd's fault.
We start with a developing story out of San Francisco. A high-profile Bay Area tech executive killed in a stabbing. NBC Bay Area Sergio Quintana is live in San Francisco with how Bob Lee is being remembered and the latest on this investigation.
That's the Cash App guy.
Sergio?
Marcus and Laura, still no arrests in this case just yet, but I can show you right now there have been a couple of bouquets of flowers that have been left at the apparent scene where San Francisco police arrived to find Bob Lee early yesterday morning about 2. Now, Bob Lee was the chief product officer of MobileCoin, former chief technical officer of Square, and one of the co-founders of Cash App. The 43-year-old Lee was stabbed on Main Street in the East Cut neighborhood. This is near Rincon Hill and the Bay Bridge. Police say when officers arrived, they found a man had been stabbed. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital where he later died. MobileCoin's CEO just released a statement about his friend and colleague. It says in part, "We will miss you, Bob. We love you. For now, MobileCoin will mourn."
Hold on.
Hold
on. Wait a second. They will miss you. That's all you got to say. We're talking about how we're sorry. San Francisco is a fucking war zone. Like, there are people. If you were to take a drone and fly around downtown San Francisco, it's like it literally is like a war zone. They're living in the street. There's people just standing there like doing twitches because they're addicted to heroin and they're addicted to God knows what. More people are dying in San Francisco than ever died before. I feel bad for the guy because his main business was probably located out of there.
Our attention to honoring Bob's legacy by holding his loved ones close. Now, Lee's death is attracting a lot of attention on social media. Many people in the tech world and other industries are tweeting tributes. That includes the San Francisco District Attorney, Brooke Jenkins. She's among those who are extending their condolences in a tweet.
That is so bullshit. You've been tolerating that violence for the last 6 years. Please come here, do your drugs, live in the street. We're not going to do anything about it. There's an entire section. It's like, I don't know how many blocks, but it's a ton of blocks. The cops don't go in there. They just let them do whatever they want. There are people in San Francisco right now that have like homeless people living in their house or living in their yard, and there's nothing to do about it because the laws in San Francisco protect them. It's ridiculous.
She says in part, quote, "We do not tolerate these horrific acts of violence in San Francisco." Now, this morning, NBC Bay Area has also been in contact with one of Bob Lee's friends who says it.
Something else. Notice how they're only showing this one picture, and I bet you they probably brought the flowers. All right. Like, I guarantee you that the people that are on there, the people that are doing that story are the same people that are telling people in San Francisco, everything's fine, everything's okay. No. Don't listen to it. Don't let you see. Don't believe your lying eyes. No. I mean, you know, I don't want to talk badly about the dead or anything, but all the people that have died there, all the people, the drug addicts, or whatnot, just to be polite about it, the people that went there, the people that have done the drugs, the people that have actually decided to make their life living on the streets of San Francisco are the reason why that guy's dead. And they're there. The reason why they're there are because of the laws that have been passed in San Francisco to protect them. So that guy's dead because of laws that were passed to protect the criminals. It's just ridiculous. He's 43 years old. That's really young. People are living like 120 now. So he didn't even reach his halfway point. Saw a video of that city and I would be terrified to travel there. Yeah, it's scary. It's like very scary. Just thinking about it, you know, people from outside the country are like, oh, I want to go to San Francisco. The San Francisco treat. No, you don't. No, go to San Fran. You know, your chances of dying increase exponentially. So, all right. So this is going to be a cool one. Little article I figured you guys would like. This is from Gateway Pundit. For those of you guys new that have not seen me do an article on Gateway Pundit, I always say this. They are incredibly biased. They would be considered to be kind of a little bit of extreme. They don't always have facts to back them up in a lot of the situations they talk about. But I found this to be interesting, if nothing else. 33 years of history that led up to Russia's invasion of Ukraine that you won't see taught in the U.S. schools. All right, so NATO membership in Europe, joining dates, founders 1949, so that's the light blue. Dark blue 1950 through 2000, that's a little bit darker blue. That's this one. All right, Poland, Germany, Turkey. And for those people out there that don't know where Poland is, it's right there. I couldn't believe that people didn't know where Poland was. It blew me away. I met someone the other day who didn't know who Michael Jordan was. I'm not joking. They didn't know who Michael Jordan, Nolan Ryan, Carlton Fisk. I asked them a whole bunch of famous people, but they knew who the Kardashians were. Potential candidates, which is Bosnia and Madagascar. No, Madagascar is an island. Harold, shut up. I don't know what MAC is though. Okay, so must watch. 33 years of history lit up. I guess this is the Finland became the 31st member of NATO on Tuesday, a once unthinkable step that significantly changes the geopolitical landscape in Europe, making it more volatile and susceptible to war. Why do I say this? Look up or look at a map. Finland's membership is more than doubles NATO's borders with Russia. True. And Axios reports formally ends Helsinki's decades of official neutrality. Okay. This represents yet another in-your-face provocation to Russian President Vladimir Putin, who in launching, well, they should say it like this. Russia's President Vladimir Putin of 24 years. Yeah, he's been the president for 24 years. In launching the Russian invasion of Ukraine, vowed to block the alliance's eastward expansion. Now he has NATO sitting on his massive border with Finland. Now, the reason why this is important is because he didn't want Ukraine joining NATO because he wanted Ukraine to stay independent so he could take it back over. And now there's even more countries, he feels even more threatened. I mean, you corner a rabbit, it's going to defend itself. It will be interesting to see if Finland allows U.S. troops to be deployed on its soil, which would be the ultimate provocation. Finland represents NATO's ninth major expansion since its founding in 1949, with the biggest additions coming in the mid-1990s under Bill Clinton, in the early 2000s under George W. Bush, and now with the additions to Finland and Sweden under Joe Biden. Holy grail of COVID. No. NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg stated the following while officially welcoming Finland into the alliance. President Putin wanted to slam NATO's door shut. Today, we showed the world that he failed, that aggression and intimidation do not work. Doesn't America. Instead of less NATO, he has achieved the opposite, more NATO, and our door remains firmly open. And granted, okay, she's not threatening Putin. That's not what I'm saying. And they're not threatening Putin. But Putin is going to see it as a threat. I mean, dude, he sees everything as a threat. The guy's got little man syndrome, okay? He's going to literally see everything as a threat to him. And until he gets Ukraine back, before he either dies from cancer or whatever disease it is that he has, or before they usurp him, the Russians have a very weird way of usurping their leaders. Look up their history; it's pretty crazy. We'll see how this idea of an ever-expanding NATO encircling Russia works out for the U.S. and its allies. Something tells me it could end in a third world war. Everything's a third world war now. That brings catastrophic losses of life to the peoples of Russia, Europe, and the USA. Here are the facts. Mikhail Gorbachev unilaterally disbanded the Warsaw Pact military alliance in 1990. When he did that, Gorbachev was given repeated assurances from the U.S. and Germany that NATO would not fill the geopolitical power vacuum with the U.S. bases and military alliances in the former Soviet republics, which was probably a mistake looking back on it now. I mean, if you guys didn't live through that, if you guys are too young to remember that, I mean, it was a big deal. The Berlin Wall falling down, Gorbachev getting rid of the pact. I mean, the Warsaw Pact was a pretty hardcore thing at that time. And whenever he got rid of that, it was great. But the fact that we didn't regulate Russia because we knew what they were going to do. And in case you guys don't know how war works like this. All right, we don't have to read the rest of that article. War works like this, okay? Whenever we get into a conflict, both Putin and Zelensky have little man syndrome. Yeah, you're right. Like most supposed leaders do, Joseph. Yeah, absolutely correct. I mean, Stalin, Hitler, Mussolini. I can keep going on. Why is it it's always like little dudes? I always call them like omegas, like I created their own little separate class, like omega men. They're little guys. They kind of have a scorpion mindset, they crawl around. They have a stinger, but it's the only thing that can really do any damage. But when it does, it's very deadly. I've always thought of them like that. But no, so I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Shit. I just went off on a tangent and I totally forgot what I was going to say. It's your fault. I blame you guys. No. Anyways, but I will finish on this. This is what I wanted to say. They're not going to teach how war works. That's what it was. They're not going to teach how war works. Not in reality. And for those of you that don't know how the basic gist of how war works, war makes money. All right, it does. War is a money-making machine. World War III has a bunch of billionaires and millionaires right now doing this. They're like, yeah, millions of people die. Who cares? I'll make billions or trillions. All right. So let's say that China, remember, this is just hypothetical, YouTube, okay, Minecraft, whatever. Let's say China decides to invade Russia. All right. And they decide to go, no, actually, it'd be more likely to invade India. So let's say China, because they've been bitter enemies for years, for a very long time. Let's say China decides to invade India. All right. Well, the winner of that conflict by the NATO pact, okay, if they followed the NATO pact, is responsible for paying all damages to the country that loses. All right. So now, let's say, for the sake of argument, China wouldn't honor it, because they wouldn't. They probably wouldn't honor it. That would cause another conflict. That would cause someone to go and invade them or whatnot. Now, it's going to change landscapes. Check this out. So let's say China invaded the United States of America, and we beat the fuck out of them, right? Right? Okay. Let's say that happened, right? We would have to pay China for all damages. And then we just forgive them, and we just let them go. We're not going to put any troops in China. It's never going to happen. So we just let them build up for another 50, 60, 70 years. And they come back. That's how it works. So, like, and that's what I always had a problem with war, and how that whole concept is like, wait a second. So we just let Russia off the hook after the whole debacle with Stalin? Because we did. Okay. I mean, we didn't do anything to them. They're still back. They have nuclear weapons. They haven't changed. Okay. They're still communists. They might say that they're not as communist as they were, where they call themselves like socialists now or whatever. It's the same shit, different day. There's no difference. Okay. So if Russia were to attack us, we'd beat the crap out of them again. Then we would help them with their monetary value situation to recover all the funds they lost while fighting the war. Then they would wait another 50 or 60 or 70 years, just like China would have, and they'd try to do it again to another country. That's how that works. It's an endless cycle. It's an Ouroboros. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, socialist oligarchy. There you go. Thank you. But it's still communism. Well, all right. That's not entirely accurate. It's a Marxist-based society. So technically it's not communism, but it's pretty damn close. It's not much better. All right. So last news story, and then we're done with news. This is the one I was lead to. So I'm sure everybody understands that Trump turned himself in. You guys all understand that he went to New York and he decided to, throw himself to the mercies of the court, and the 134 years of charges, or 134 indictments, or whatever the ridiculous number is. It's either 134 years that he's facing, or 34 indictments, or I don't know, but it's ridiculous. All right. So, but this is kind of cool. Check this out. So, breaking news, Las Vegas, 360 News, Las Vegas. Never done a report from 360 News, Las Vegas, but I thought this was pretty cool. Breaking news, evidence Stormy Daniels lied about Trump affair. Okay, number one, Trump, before he was president, allegedly, all right, had sex with a porn star, and he paid her to. Okay, here is a complete and utter mind fuck, and I know it's going to totally fuck your guys' mind up, but rich men like having sex with beautiful women, and they will pay them to do it. It's been happening for a really long time. And I always said this about the Bill Clinton thing. You mean to tell me that you guys think that every president that's ever been in the White House didn't have like massively huge orgies while he was in the... He's the president of the United States of America. He's fucking whoever the fuck he wants, as many times as he wants to, often. There's like tunnels that they use to bring the women in to have the president have sex with random women. It's been going on for a very long time. So I just always thought that was hilarious. All right, so March 20th, Rob Lauer, political reporter. So this was written back in March 20th, 2023. I haven't heard of it until, 2 hours ago? All right, President Trump predicted over the weekend that the New York DA will arrest him Tuesday for his role in making an alleged $130,000 hush money payment to the adult film actress in the waning days of the 2016 election to silence her about claims she had an affair with him. No affair, no crime. 360 News Las Vegas has exclusive information in which former Las Vegas stripper Stormy Daniels and porn star denied the affair with her close friend here in Las Vegas on Facebook Messenger. When we obtain this file, this is really cool. This is juicy. I like this shit. When we obtain this file, we promised the woman we would conceal her name. She was afraid for her safety. Rightly so. I mean, look what they're doing to the former president of the United States of America. According to O'Keefe. According to reports, Stormy Daniels told New York prosecutors in the grand jury that she had sex with President Trump years earlier. Trump denies the affair, and he allegedly paid her $130,000 in 2016 to keep her quiet while he was running for president. By the way, most of the time, the person making a payoff is considered the blackmail victim and not the criminal. Huh? Isn't that something? Why would Trump have paid her off if it wasn't extorting him? 360 News Las Vegas received this Facebook message screenshot marked from Stormy Daniels' friend, in which Daniels allegedly denies having sex with him. Okay, you guys all know how I feel about Trump, but this is bullcrap. I know Stormy, she was a friend, and when this story first came out, when Cash was like a year old, I guess that's her kid, we talked about it in my house and denied it then. Talking about how messed up the press is and denied it just recently when I asked her about it. She's a smart woman and raking in the cash, that's for sure. I'll give her that. But she's taking it way too far. Now she wants to make more money telling her story. Yeah, and this is the chick that told me I made her sick and that I was disgusting because I watched the movie at home that was still in theaters. I'll also attach what she just told me about this alleged affair when I confronted her about having the nerve to call me disgusting, but she will have an affair with the married man. So, I mean, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument that the following. Well, let's read this last paragraph. The following screenshot is from the source who's posted a private conversation with Daniels on her Facebook page on the story feed. The woman told 360 News when she asked, "Hey, is it just me or does 360 News sound conservative in Las Vegas?" Weird. When asked for the interview, "I don't want to be involved. Out of respect for the woman, we are withholding her name." Okay, so let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's read your comments. All right. That is here. Let me go here. I will copy and paste it for you to get it, bro. Let's see here. Spread that, man. Spread that shit. Send it to everybody. Here you go, bro. Yeah, I thought it was great, man. I was reading. I was like, what? Oh, dude. Okay, I got it. All right. Clinton was worse. Yeah, I mean, dude, Clinton was out banging what? How many women did he sleep with that we know of? Let's just say that we know of. Wasn't it 4 women that were made public, and only one of them was like a 5. The rest of them were ugly, which didn't make any sense to me. For the president, you'd think you would get to pick your lot, but maybe he liked ugly chicks. I mean, look who he was married to. Low blow, but true. At least he's not smelling children. Donut, sometimes you say things and it hurts so much, but it's so true. So like what do the Democrats tell their kids, like, oh no, he's smelling her hair because he loves her. I mean, why? All right. You're very welcome, bro. Yeah. Paula Jones, Juanita Broadcock, Monica Lewinsky, Elizabeth Grayson. Yeah. And only one of them was moderately attractive. She had like the big nose. She was the only one of the 4. I think it was like a secretary when he was governor. That were like, it was even remotely close to being attractive. All the rest of them were just like, I'm sorry, but let's just call them, cows, moo. I mean, but then again, maybe no, don't be sorry. You always have a way of throwing that dart right where it needs to be. Maybe that was his fetish, Dredd. Maybe I don't know. Dude, there's chubby chasers. They made fun of him in what was it? Family Guy, right? When he was going after the pig, he was like, "Oh yeah, look at her right there." That was a good scene. All right. So, anyways, let's just say for the sake of argument that that's true. Okay, they will have to subpoena Stormy, right? God, I hate calling her Stormy. I wonder what her real name is. They will have to subpoena Mrs. Daniels, former porn star and stripper, and she's gonna have to take an oath. She's gonna have to tell the truth. So, what? Does that mean all 134? By the way, Dredd, is it 134 indictments or is it 34 indictments that lead up to 136 years or whatever it is? I can't remember what it was, but whatever it was, ridiculous. Like, the guy's never even assaulted someone, not guilty for murder, nothing like that, but he could go to jail for 130 something years. Go fuck yourself. What the fuck? You know, I gotta say this. I've heard a lot of people throw a lot of words at Trump. Seriously. Okay. But you know, something that I think the voters that have left the Democratic Party and become Republicans finally understand is, and I said this when he first got elected, they were calling him a racist and a sexist, and I was like, yeah, so what? They just gave me this look. I was like, dude, he's from like a different time. Things that were normal back then are considered to be sexist now. So what? Things that weren't racist back then are considered to be racist now. What do you want? You want a fucking cookie? If I were to talk to my grandfather for 95 minutes live on air, I would get banned. Simple as that. Okay? He does not understand that he's living in a different world. I love my grandfather to death. Okay? But dude, my grandfather would be like put on a freaking, you know, a rack and tortured for the way that he thinks. Okay? So, but Trump did a lot of good stuff. Now he made some mistakes. You guys have heard me say this already. He made some mistakes, but you know what, dude? We were living in a much better country then. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. 34 indictments. Yeah. It's like 100. Was it 130 years? 130 plus years? Why are they trying so hard to get this information? Does that not matter? None of it matters. No, you know what? Look. First, they said that it was a misappropriation of funds. Okay. He wasn't president yet. And he was just a civilian. Dude. Okay. Let's just say that he paid a porn star $130,000 to bang her. Who gives a shit? So what? Okay. I mean, dude, she's just a fat old prostitute now. I don't care. Who cares? I mean, let her be a fat rich old prostitute. At least she doesn't have a needle in her arm. I don't care. And you know what? Maybe Trump wanted to bang some freaking old porn star. Maybe that was like the chick that got him off when he was watching videos. I don't care. Who cares? But the guy that actually misappropriated the funds has already been put in prison. I forget his name, but yeah, who cares? You're right. It's just ridiculously stupid. But no, if they were to bring that evidence to light, though, Donut, and actually bring it to court, it's going to completely and utterly get rid of the whole thing. If the affair never happened and the money was sent to her for another purpose, it had nothing to do with Trump, it's out. Michael Cohen. Yeah, Michael Cohen's the one that sent that money. And Trump has denied from the very beginning that he ever told him to do anything. As a matter of fact, he severed all contact with him. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong in this, fact check me on this, but every time someone that has been punished because of his association with Trump, as long as they've been loyal and as long as he's their friend or whatever, he stays loyal to him. He didn't stay loyal to Cohen. So I don't know if that really means anything, but hey, you never know. All right, so let's get to the fun stuff. Enough of the news. All right, so this one was pretty good. All right. I was thinking about doing a debunking segment, like doing little like debunking videos. So I might do it when I get some more time, but I'm definitely considering it. Just finding things online that debunks all the crazy stuff. This is my first debunking video, so let's see how it goes. Let's get rid of this. I hate it when that pops up. Oh.
Is a made-up unicorn term used by people who don't know anything about guns. Assault weapon is a made-up unicorn term used by people who don't know anything about guns. See, usually when anti-gun individuals talk about assault weapons, they're actually talking about semi-automatic rifles. They're talking about just modern sporting rifles that one squeeze of the trigger equals one bullet. But the assault weapons ban and the ever incessantly proposed assault weapons ban, they want to state that if you have a semi-automatic rifle and you add 3 or more cosmetic features, somehow that makes the bullets come out faster. If you have a barrel shroud with, a collapsible stock and a pistol grip, which it doesn't do that at all. They purposefully state this term to conflate assault weapon with semi-automatic so that they can get people to be comfortable with the idea of banning semi-automatic guns. So cosmetic features don't make a gun shootier. Assault weapon is a made-up unicorn term.
And also, just in case you guys don't know, an AR-15 does not mean automatic rifle or assault rifle 15. It means Armalite. For all of you, like, would-be, wannabe gun nuts out there, okay? Armalite. Look it up, okay? An assault weapon, technically, is an automatic weapon. It can be considered, there are certain weapons that are not automatic that are assault weapons, but the assault weapon ban, the automatic weapon ban is still in effect. You have to have a class, is it class 3? I think it's class 3 license. It's been a while since I looked it up, but because the laws always change. I think you can get one if you're on a gun trust without a class 3 license. It's been a while, but you can get an automatic weapon, but it's an incredibly hard background check, and it takes like 18 months. It's ridiculous. Armalite, the company. Yes. See? All right. It doesn't mean assault rifle. It doesn't mean automatic rifle. I love that. You're right. What was the dude from Mandalorian, by the way? I totally forgot about this. Okay, as you can see, I'm a Star Wars guy. I even have the Mandalorian because that was one of my favorite droids when I was a kid. But Mandalorian season 3, they went so woke. I mean, season 2 was bad. Yeah, I think it's class 3. I think you're right. But I think I'm right on the gun trust thing. I think if you're part of a gun trust, I think you can get it too. It still takes 18 months though. You can have all your paperwork. You can have everything right. The FBI is going to check you out. The freaking ATF is going to check you out. You are going to be, figuratively speaking, anally raped by the United States government to be able to get a freaking automatic weapon. They're going to make sure you're not a terrorist. They're going to make sure that you're not anything like that. All right. But Mandalorian season 3. Wow. I watched a little 20-minute video from Nerdrotic because I refused to watch the season. Yeah, they went full woke. So he became a second-tier character in his own show. He's like the little, like he called him a puppy dog. It's a pretty good idea. What's her name? The boss chick. There's multiple boss bitches in the show now, but they're basically leading up to The Force Awakens. So he might have lied to us whenever he made the first original season of Mandalorian when he said, I'm going to stick to the original Star Wars shit. It's like, dude, Favreau, you such a sellout, dude. No. He gave up the lightsaber. They completely rewrote the script. It's all crap now. It's all crap. Government prostate exam. Exactly, dude. Yeah. Same thing with the silencer. Silencer is going to take 6 to 8 months, and silencers don't silence your weapon. It just makes it quieter. Doesn't make it super quiet. I'm going to bed now. Night, everyone. Hey, good night, Donut. Thank you for staying. You're always welcome, sweetie. I'll talk to you later. All right. So let's do this. This one was kind of funny. We only have 7 tonight, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it below an hour. So I do apologize for going fast, but I've got to take care of a few things before I go to bed tonight, and that's getting very close. Okay. So it's very easy for a woman to embarrass a man. But the question is, how do you embarrass a woman?
How are you going to embarrass a man? You're a bum, you can't provide. How am I going to embarrass a woman? You're a hoe, you can't provide what? A child in a stable family. That's how it goes. I can't create the stability with the finances. Yeah. You can't create the stability with the family because I don't know if the child is mine. We're different. And you don't know if I'm going to get a paycheck. It's the same exact thing. But it's funny how society, right, sets it up where we're supposed to accept clothes, and if we don't, we're insecure. But y'all would never accept me for being a bum, would you? Or you guys are insecure. Make your own money, bitch. I can't say that. If I say that, that's crazy, right? You're insecure. You're insecure. You want the energy. You're misogynist. All I'm saying is this. You better not be a hoe if you ain't going to date a bum, bro. That's all I got to say, man. All right? So I just the crazy difference here. Great breakdown. So what were you? How are you?
Yeah, great. Because I mean, it's true. It's 100% true. 100%. The only thing good Favreau did was Iron Man. Dude, you know, that's something that we haven't discussed on my show is the first Iron Man. Like, what happened to that? Why did they go from that amazing movie to the MCU? You know, the first Captain America, although they didn't really follow the storyline, and they had him use a gun, was actually, I mean, it wasn't great, but I've watched it multiple times. I mean, it wasn't the greatest version of Captain America I've ever watched, but, you know, or wanted to see. But then again, you know, we're talking about B-list characters. I mean, like, you know, growing up, I don't know what it was like for you, Dre, but growing up, my comic book characters, dude, the Avengers were like B team. X-Men was the shit. Okay, like legit. Hulk. Okay, Spider-Man, Punisher. Okay, those were the comics everybody read. Spawn, Supreme. I mean, dude, like no one gave a shit about Avengers. Avengers were considered to be like the foo-foo group, the people that didn't like violence in their comics. Okay, so it was all weird to me, anyways. And season one of Mandalorian was okay. Was it great? Was it great? I think certain parts of it were great. I really do. I liked it. I watched it 3 times. So I thought it was a very, very good season. But also, part of it had to do with the fact that I was coming off of all of that bullshit. Force Awakens, Solo, Rogue One. Oh. I mean, dude. And I've read the EU books. I know about Mara Jade. I know about the twins. I know about Chewbacca's son. I mean, like, and you watch The Force Awakens and you're just like, what is this? I don't understand. What did you do to my favorite thing? No, you shit on us. What you did. You took a big shit of it. One of the problems was Victoria Alonso, who was just fired from Disney. Yeah, I did a little bit on that after what's his name did. She was definitely one of the problems. She was one of the spokespersons. She was a lesbian Latina. So it was like, yeah, perfect. But I mean, the biggest problem was that Lucas sold out. And then the second biggest problem was he sold it to Kennedy, which is a man-hating fourth wave feminist lesbian who's married to a dude. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a sexist, racist, misogynistic, man that works out too much, which, means that I'm insecure with myself because I don't have fat positivity. But no, season 3 was absolutely atrocious. My favorite EU books are Timothy Zahn. Thrawn trilogy was amazing. Lady Vader. Dude. That's what they don't get, Dredd. They don't understand. If they would have followed the fucking Thrawn series, we'd have had Lady Vader. Now, no one's going to know. Don't explain what it is. They got to read the trilogy to understand that. You guys missed out on a whole race of these awesome creatures that could actually fight the Wookiees. Okay? You find out about the Wookiees on planet Kashyyyk. You probably don't even know what the planet what am I even saying? Anyways, I'm a huge, massive Star Wars fan. I got a picture of Chewbacca right here. He's right in front of me. I look at him every day. Okay? Like, there's so much lore. There's so many things that Anakin did as Darth Vader that you guys don't know about. Did you guys know that he actually hunted down all of the people that were trying to kill Luke during Shadows of the Empire? He protected his son. You guys don't know that. Yeah. And Luke had to go through a whole bunch of stuff just to build his lightsaber, to make the green lightsaber. The one that he threw over his head. You see me getting heated because it pisses me off so much. Anyways, moving on. All right. This is a certain lifestyle. All right. And this guy speaks some really good words. And I wanted to give this guy some show or some cred on my show because this is good shit. I grew up with guys just like this. And this is why all this race baiting bullshit, this white privilege crap and talking about dividing us. These are the guys that I grew up with, just like this young man right here is talking about. Leon, if you ever see this, if you even remember me, this shit's for you, bro.
You got $100,000 in your pocket. You will throw $20,000 on a stripper, but you see a homeless man shaking a cup. You won't put $1 in his cup. Yeah. Matter of fact, you'll make a video and laugh at that nigga. Well, your homie that believed in you, he got a business he trying to start, and he a chef. It's a true story. He a chef. He cook. He's amazing. You the biggest artist at the time. Your man can't even get $10,000 out of you to start a business. So when I say these niggas not like that, they just not good people. Yeah. You heard? They fucked up niggas. You heard? So look at these niggas like, I know the universe. It's karma. Like, y'all niggas get money. I know I'm gonna get money. Why? Because I'm a stand-up guy. I want for my brother what I want for myself. I believe in God. I'm not a rat. I'm not a sucker. I'm not a trick. How? These principles matter. Even though it don't matter in the industry, it matters in the universe. And that supersedes all this shit. You heard?
We had this like sense of, I don't know, honor. The JJ Star Wars movies, dude, beyond measure. Okay. We had this sense of honor when I was growing up, even as kids. Like we would stand up for each other, man. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. My elementary school was like a nightmare. They used to get the crap out of me all the time. I was the short little fat kid, you know, so I got the shit out of me every day, just about. Well, I say every day. That's being facetious. Once a week would not be an exaggeration. But yeah, man, when we were playing football in middle school, dude, and you try to start shit in the locker room, it didn't matter whether you were white, black, Mexican, the very small amount of Asian people we had in our school. They didn't give a shit. No. You follow a specific standard. All right, GTF, you get the fuck out. GTFO, bitches, you get the fuck. But, you know, hey, who am I, right? I mean, I just listed off all the buzzwords a minute ago. What do I know? Okay, this right here, like, okay, I saw videos like this about 6 years ago, and this is what helped wake me up a lot, because I had to have a spiritual awakening too. I had to actually have an awakening whenever Trump got elected. I always thought this way. My train of thought has never changed, but I just didn't express it. You know, I would kind of keep my mouth shut. I didn't want to be political. I wanted to keep to myself. Listen to this shit. No. I mean, wow. Like, I mean, she is 100% legit. Like, she is not. By the way, that is not a bit. That is real. This couple right here, they watch these. That's a husband and wife. They watch these videos of these women and how they try to steal from men. I think that's what car is that? I forget what kind it is. It's not a McLaren, but it's like one of those cars. She got in his car and talked to him for 10 minutes and wanted money. All right. She's like, I got a job, but I want money from you. The fuck. All right. This is another one from Pearly. We got a couple more guys and then we're out. This is when she was on. Now, I don't know if the person doing the talking is a tranny, but she's a very ugly woman, so it could be a tranny. But this is supposed to be one of those, like, outnumbered situations. They do this a lot. They put like conservatives on here, and then they have like 2 of them or 3 of them against like 7 super far left, like crazy people. Okay, so check this out. Probably gonna get in trouble for saying the T word, you know, but it's in Minecraft. Everything I'm saying is wrong. Remember that.
Should trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about
Looks like
in
a dude to me.
women's spaces?
Look at that wonderful piece.
Question.
Pearl, I
Trans
see your
women
hand.
are women.
No, they're not.
I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh,
I play
Jesus.
semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces.
Would this be a
Like,
barrier for
like
you?
this, there's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what
one
a
of them.
barrier is.
There's less. It's not.
Look, they won't even let her speak.
So again, we work very hard for the little opportunity there is in the space. We're not as entertaining as the men. Sorry, we're just not. Like I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy,
She's
and I play
6 foot?
basketball with him, he's gonna body me. It's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for, and you're just giving it back to biological guys. It's like this will be the end of women's sports.
These are the feminist women. You think the feminists would
those are feminists.
Want the men out of their sport, and they're pushing for men to kick the shit out of them. It makes no sense.
Yeah, those are the same women that want dudes to be in like the MMA, the UFC shit. Same chicks are doing that, and you know they'll be like, trans women are women. Well, what is a woman? Any person that identifies as a woman. Then it leads to that conversation that we showed you guys a couple weeks ago that said, well, if you don't have sex with a trans man or a trans woman, which is a dude that dresses like a chick, remember that. Okay, it's a trucker in a fucking dress. Okay, so if you have sex with a guy, that's a homosexual act. It doesn't matter if he considers himself to be a woman or not. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. This is a good one from Jordan Peterson. Submitting in marriage. I know the feminists are going to be like, oh my God, what do you mean submitting? I mean submitting to your husband and a man submitting to his wife. Listen.
You submit, in a marriage. But to what? Both of you, if you have any sense, submit to the absolute necessity of maintaining a positive relationship over the longest possible term in the most diverse possible situations, right? Because you're going to experience great joy together and also great catastrophe. You're in it for the long run in principle. And so both of you have to submit yourself to the necessity of acting toward one another in a manner that makes that long-term iterated play most productive. And there's a submission in that. That's the submission of maturity. That's the adoption of voluntary responsibility. That's putting away childish things. It's not doing today what you know will damage you or your partner tomorrow. It's foregoing impulsive hedonistic pleasure. All of that in the service of something that's genuinely higher.
Yeah, and I'll even go a little bit further, okay? I'll go a little bit further on that. Like when you are married, okay, when you're in public, this is your children too, okay? And you do this, like when you're a child of someone, then a child of a child, okay? Grandchildren, great, you represent your family. A wife represents their husband and a husband represents their wife. So when you go out in public and you're dressed like a little slut and you're the daughter, you're disrespecting your family. If you're a wife and you're married and you're dressed in clothes that are revealing, you're disrespecting the bond that you have in marriage. Okay? Yoga pants with no underwear is not respecting your husband. FYI. Just letting you know. All right? So, yeah, get that out of your system. Let it go. Last one, guys, and we're out of here. This is how every single police department should act after they do what they're supposed to do, serve and protect. So for those of you that wonder what a good police chief is supposed to sound like, remember this guy, because this is awesome.
I'm here today to inform you about an investigation that's been going on with us for quite some time now, and it led to the arrest of Lodi City Council member Shakir Khan. I want to make it clear that this investigation has only uncovered criminal activity in our county here in a local election. It has nothing to do, it had no impact on any state or federal elections that we know of at this time. Our investigation uncovered that Councilman Shakir Khan has attempted to undermine, manipulate, and violate one of our most fundamental rights here in our country, and that is the right to free and fair elections. I would like to note that it appears Councilman Shakir Khan has targeted members of his own community, our Pakistani community in the North County. And we are doing everything we can to work with them to make sure that they are protected. I'm here today to inform you about an investigation that.
So it's starting. He's one of many, hopefully, that will be holding the council members accountable for trying to interfere with elections. Let's hope Arizona's next. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Right under an hour. I hope you guys had a good time. Those of you that watch it later, thank you so much. The ones that were here, thank you. Donut, Dread, everybody, LA, Luis, all of you guys. Hope you guys do great. Talk to you later. Nate, thanks for joining, man. You guys have a good one.